Oh, yes.
I think I got an knocked on. Just some volumes. Seems to be too loud everywhere. What's up, McGuy? See you in the chat. No else is here, but losing battery fast today. Didn't have power to charge. Oh, man. I'll try to cut to the chase then. What do we have here? I don't know. Look at the cat drug in. His name's Rue. Wash his ass off. Oh, it stinks. Let me see if I can put the music in. I'm just here. All right. So I'm just gonna cut to the chase. I just got back from Maiden with this HEE WING T1 Ranger, and so I'm just gonna document. If you're here, you're here. And you catch my fresh Maiden review of this aircraft. Nice. First flight. First of all, the conditions today: 8 to 20 mile an hour winds. So really not ideal for an aircraft of this size or whatever. I mean, it's not that big. It's small. An arm's length. Now let me see what's going on here. Why do you have tape on it? We'll get to that. Inevitably, all my aircraft get tape. Yes, they do.
Oh, yes.
I know. My first name in my group, FPV group, very beginning, 10 years ago, they used to call me duct tape because I would put tape on everything. Screw it, tape it, let's go. But anyways, there's reasoning behind it today. First, so there's the weather conditions, 8 to 20. I didn't really have the spot where I normally go and test. I had to go find another part of the facility that we use. And so that was a little awkward. And tall grass, and it's all, it's not manicured. So a little bit of a rough Maiden as far as me as the pilot, like condition-wise. As far as the aircraft went great. I figured out the CG, I'm guessing, which is the apex top portion, right, of the curve at the top of the wing, right? Just take that, kind of figure out where it is, measure it, and then go underneath, and then measure that from the leading edge, and that should, in theory, give you the CG of this aircraft, which it did for me. So, because I couldn't find any documentation on it. I tried to look for it, couldn't find it. So I'll give you the measurements. I don't have them right now, but either way, that was one. So that worked out. I used 22. Did I take it out? I did. Posted a picture up. 2200 3S. So those are the spec batteries for wing racing for spec class. Worked great. And then did 2 flights with that, and then I did another 2 flights with the Insta on there. And I haven't even pulled it off yet. I just wanted to show you how to put it on there. Comes with a mount. So if you have a 3D printed mount for your Insta, a ring mount, right? Then you just wrap it around there, and they actually, this little portion right here, this tray, they have another one that has the adapter on it, just like a GoPro does. And you gotta obviously make your own screw, I would imagine, because they don't have that, which is fine, but at least they give it to you, right? And it's ideal too. It's like, right, they figured that out. Like 2200 worked great. I would imagine I could put more in here, probably 3000, maybe even 4000 for us. Maybe. We'll see. Anyways, jumping ahead. And the one without this plastic mount that I'm using right now, it's nice and flat, so it's perfect. Like, it's in line with the camera. So that was cool. So it made it real easy just to tape it on there. So that's what I did, because I don't have that 3D printed mount. And it worked just fine. Now the rest of the tape had to deal with the can. When I did my second flight, first flight was just getting trims, getting that all figured out, right? Making sure it was doing good. It really did. It took off great. It was a little tail heavy. It's okay. Not letting that to the point where obviously it would stall out on everything. So it was fine. So the first flight was trims. Then the second flight was more. It started gradually increasing each flight. Like, what more can it do? Whether it was designed to do it or not. I'm just trying to figure out what it can and cannot do, right? Anybody can fly it straight, level, and cruise. Let's see what this thing's got, or lack thereof. Second flight was a little more acro. Third flight was even more acro than that, and the fourth one, not the same as the third. So I have the last two on the Insta, so I'll pull that off here in a minute. We can review it. Show you what it looks like. I guess it would be unstabilized and stabilized. See a little taste and a little flavor of what the Go 2 does. Now let me check the chats. Oh, what the hell happened? Why do you have tape on? I think I answered that one right. We'll get to the rest of the tape. Exclusively tape. All right, either I don't have tape. It's got to have tape. Rue knows. It's like a security blanket. Could be. I just wonder if the hatch problem is on this too. Yeah, we're gonna get to that. What up, Shelby Mills? What's up, Fly Zone? Good to see you, man. Give me a little applause. Give everybody applause for showing up. John, everybody. A little bit of hoofing around today. Sound like I'm a little tired because of that. Afternoon, ladies. Afternoon. Vols. It screams out of nowhere. Mine just got on the plane last night. Cool, man. Awesome. So those of you guys who are anticipating this frame, now you're going to know and learn from my mistakes. It's the best way, you know. And try not to duplicate them, okay? So we'll go over a couple of them. But so second flight, a little more acro, and the third flight, a little more acro, and the fourth one. And then so we'll look at those on the Insta in a little bit. Second flight, when I was started to do acro, I didn't have this tape on here. But I also had a full canopy, at least when it tape off. Right? Remedy for that is just to don't use any other tape, folks. I'm being serious. This is the only tape to use. Don't get anything. You go, well, I'm going to tell you no. But no. I saw it. No. It's this, and this only. Scotch makes it. It's the only one that makes it. This is what it looks like. Attention. You should have a roll of this if you're a wing pilot, fixed wing, these kind of planes, the wings like I fly, in your bag. But Insta-CA, anyway, solves a lot of problems. It sticks to freaking everything. Even Drac foam, which is notorious for not having that very good stickability. Neither does this. This is kind of like the Drac. This reminds me of the Drac foam. It's not the same. It's not the same quality by any means. Okay, like if this was all the same Drac foam universe, this one would be Pluto, and then Chris's stuff would be like freaking the sun. So they're in the same solar system, but they're nowhere close. So back to the second battery, flying around, doing a little more acro, doing a little more loop-de-loops and all that kind of fun stuff, right? I had the battery strapped down on the inside, great. It's got one strap's a little more, and on the size battery I was using and everything, I had to go. I had about a half-inch, 3/4 of an inch clearance front. So it was kind of more snagging the front part of the battery to hold it in. Not ideal. Probably want to do something else to secure the battery a little bit more in there, right? Get it down in there and maybe some tape, lock tape or something to that effect, build something. I don't know. But anyway, second flight, flying around, doing all that. Things are great. I'm going, all right, it's kind of cool. It's very windy, very rough. I land and landed kind of rough. And I noticed the canopy in flight, like in my goggles, I could see it pop off to see a shadow. So I was like, damn it. Walked right over to it, and I'm like, okay, well, here's the top part. But had no idea where and it stayed on. Right? Actually, it popped up. It was off the side. And I had no idea where the rear part went. So what I'm gathering is, in flight, the inverted or something to that effect jostled the rear, so it's not so, I don't know what word they used in their manual, but it's not that. It definitely needs to have a better securing system, so I strongly encourage formulating another one, because this plastic clasp, okay, even though I cut it off like a dumbass, I did re-glue it and glue it well with Starbond, and it's perfect. It's right back where it was, minus some of the material. But it still grabs on, but you're gonna need something a little more than that, right? See, it's on there now. See, it's just a simple clicking mechanism on your spar. It's nothing like over the top. And obviously, you're gonna pull any kind of negative G or negative pulls, loops and turns and all that kind of shit. You're really gonna be stressing this, right? You're still pushing. And God forbid the battery gets loose, or maybe that's what's going on. The rear end of the battery's pushing on it. When I'm doing that was kind of maneuvers, right? Going level, turn, inverted, push. And therefore the battery might push out, which I know they do. I mean, they're putting all that energy out, right? To swing out. And it might have jostled a little bit loose, popped loose. So I'm not going to inherently critique and say, it's, crap. But what I would suggest is get rare earth magnets, bury them. It looks like they almost have spots for them. And just put them in there. And then you'll be more secure. Do it on the front and do it on the rear. So other than that, it was fine. Everything fits in there. I'm running right now. I'm running Spectrums. It's a bulkier 2.4 system. I have ordered a Nano last night, so it's on its way. Drop that in there. That'll clear up a lot of this wiring and bulkiness. Plus, then I get the antenna out here and I can get some range on it. Not too confident in going far distance with this little bugger right here. And then I had a video issue. I had that little short one. The valves it's not working anymore. So I had to snag this off my beautiful Lambo Nano Drac on temporary loan. And I mean temporary. Right here. I can't even see it in the camera. It's right there. Oh, shit. So that one's the one I'm using now. That definitely increased the third battery where I could actually see and get more confident where I was flying. Man, the video was just crap for me. It was the time I went behind me, going static, and I'm like, damn antenna. And so the remedy, when I landed and I couldn't find it, I had no idea where it went. I knew then it came off from the flight, and this stayed on because of the glass. But I landed hard, and so therefore it popped off. And then I'm like, well, I got tape, so I know I can fix the hole. And really all it was 2 pieces of tape. So if you run into the same scenario and you lose this, your remedy is just 2 pieces of tape. Just pull them across. They lay nice and even. It's not a hard pain in the ass thing to do. It's actually very easy. Forms to the shape of the front part of the canopy and the body, and then it didn't change the aerodynamics that I can notice for that way. So, let's see. First initial thoughts. Quiet. It's actually a nice sound. It's interesting. I don't fly these. This is like one of my first tractors like this. But they are definitely quiet. They put out a different noise. Much quieter than my wings. It didn't like the wings. So if you're going to get this one, get it with a flight controller. Even though I usually really pound on no, like how much I hate them. To an extent. If you're going to fly this in any kind of substantial wind, like today, 8 to 20, which would stress on most wings anyways, right? Delta wings, like that thing. However, on these smaller ones, it just magnifies it, right? So, if you're wanting to fly it and your conditions where you live are windier, make sure you get a flight controller. They do I was looking at when I was reviewing the documents and the website yesterday after the stream. I did notice that they have variations of this. So there's like a pro plug and play, and they offer 2 different varieties of flight control boards. I'd say go ahead and get it since they're the ones that engineered it. Because to be honest, the aircraft is well thought out. It really is well thought out. I have to say, it really is well thought out. Now, am I sitting here trying to shill for them? Bullshit. You're kidding yourself. But I've always said on my channel, I'll review if you want to send to me. I'm not paying shit. But if you want me to look at it, you want Shelby the pilot to look at it, and an honest review, I will give you one. Don't expect me to shill for you. And if it sucks, I'm not doing squat. I'm not going to put a video out. I'm not doing anything. You just gave me something for free. So, I'm putting a video out usually means, hey, this is something I would consider. And I would consider this. I would actually, I would recommend it so far. Okay, so far. Based on the testing I did today. But anyway, back to, it gets a little sidetracked when I don't have anything written down. All of this schedule. Anyways, we already talked about the old infamous, I cut that off during builds and it's put back on, so don't cut it off if you need it. You're not going to be able to bypass this spar, so whatever you run battery-wise, that's it. That's all you got. Here are the nose. So where the spar is, the front, it's all you've got. You don't have all this extra real estate to kind of shift it around, right? Which would be ideal, right? Because then I think you could probably put like 5,000 in here. But I don't think there's no way in hell you're going to put a 5,000 3S in this without it being extremely nose heavy. But I don't know. Today, like I said, it kept being a little tail heavy, and I had to put some deflection in it to counter that because I just wanted to kind of dial it in somewhat so I could feel it. Anyway, so like I said, initial thoughts. What else? Wind. So get a flight controller. I want to remember to tell you guys. Something else I wanted to tell you guys. It's a fast little. It goes. It's zippy. It's a little zippy frame. My first initial reaction before I did any ACO was, this would be a great mapping. This would really be a great portable, small scale mapping aircraft. It's got the endurance. That was the other thing I wanted to mention. 2200 3S running at, I would say, absolutely above half throttle. The average would be like 70% maybe. I was getting 13 minutes, and I stopped at 13 minutes, and I could have kept going. I meant to grab the voltage, and I probably can still do that. Then we can tally out and figure out the remaining time potentially. Right? See, I got a little bit of knowledge. So there was that, the flight time. So what they advertise. What I'm going is, I want to see if what they're stating is factual. You know, is it really true? Can it really go leisure speed, and can it go speed? Well, it's zippy speed. We're using verbs and adjectives to describe motion, or measuring motion. I think it advertised, what was it, 100 and something kilometers? I think it was like 77 miles an hour. I don't know about that. We'll see. I have to get somebody else. I have to get Rue there, and then he'll be a judge of that. He'll let me know. He's pretty accurate about just eyeballing speed. In the goggles, it looked good. As far as the movement, like how it felt zippy. It wasn't by no means a rocket ship. Like, whoa, man, I'm hauling ass. And then it's slow stalls, like it's leisure speed, as they said. It's definitely leisure, but the winds were too strong, so I was kind of whipping it around a little bit. No rudder, so you got to deal with having to learn how to fly with, whatever you want to call it, 4-channel, I guess. Or 3-channel, no rudder. Well, I don't know how you guys describe it. I just do delta wings, right? But either way, you have to learn how to let that air just kind of kick your ass around, opposed to let your rudder bring it around to help you in these windy conditions, right? Because that's really when a rudder will help you out, right? To line the nose up and everything. So you got to learn how to do that. But all in all, on that part was good. Landings. When I took it, so I don't have the wheels on it. I told you I was just going to run it, throw it by hand and land it on its belly. And I'll be impressed when I have to say that 3D or that mount for the Insta right here, right? This part right here, it worked just like a skid. So that was kind of cool. I'm gonna get a little stepped up, and this is a rough. I'm gonna show the video. This is nobody's over there, man. It's just dump trucks and shit go back there. So very rough. And it seemed to handle everything pretty well, including the. I think this really helped. And the little dorsal fin in the back. I can't. I'm gonna flip it around. When you get these, you'll notice the little dorsal fin for the tail landing. Seemed to held up pretty well. And I mean, this is completely rocky. I guess it could have asphalt would have been even worse. I guess, right? It's like sanding paper. Trying to rack my brain here. Hold on. What else? So I'm running a 5.8. Oh, so I'm running the Unify. So I'm a strong proponent, even though Trevor Allen get along these days. And his equipment's great. I always run the Unify. I run the Pro, the HV, and right here, see right here, I put the hole in my solder, nice and clean, nice and even, nice right down the center. Okay, to add venting, because it did. I knew that going in. Rue and I did a lot of testing. I think it was last year and a half ago, or whatever. I guess now. When we're testing all the Unifies and how much we need to have it, how much they always need to have airflow in wings. Like, you gotta have it. So that saved it. That was good. I wasn't really having a problem with that. So if you run that, make sure you put in a. My point is, make sure you put one in there. If you're gonna run anything like that, any of the TBS stuff that gets hot, even the Pro 32 gets hot. You need to have them ventilated. So I ran 5.8, ran this, plenty of room. I don't know how your kits are going to come, but you need a Y cable, Y servo cable, right? To plug in your two motor wires, one on the left and one on the right, to then subsequently plug into your throttle channel. Otherwise, it won't work. Okay, and I figured out which wires which, and I was correct that the aileron or the ailerons are on a Y that they already put in, installed, and then the other Y, right, that they've installed is for the LEDs. Right, I couldn't get my LEDs to work, unfortunately. Plugged them in a channel. I tried to put it on a switch, tried to turn it off, turn it on. I had no idea. It just wouldn't work. So to get it to work, I'll just bypass that from there, and I'll just somehow tap it into something else. I'll figure it out. It's not too pressing, but they did a good job on these tips right here. And I can't quite see it, I don't have quite in view, but they did a good job on encasing the LEDs. Again, it's well thought out. It's not some cheap. I've seen some crap. I've seen some crap from China. I mean, I've seen some crap. I've been in this game for 11 years, going on 11. And I've seen some horse shit. This one's not. I'll be honest. It's not. So if you're getting one of these, you're going to be happy about that. Let's see. The motors handled landing bellies, belly landings, so I handled the rough ground. Let me check, make sure. Nope. Yep. Nope. Nothing wrong with that. I showed you the belly. I showed you the vent hole that you need to put in. This is how I mounted the my VTX antenna. I strongly suggest you do the same thing. Perfect for it. It's perfect. Right back here. Take this plate, pop it out, and then do like I did. Just kind of Dremel it out, cut a little hole, make it nice and clean. Put your SMA adapt, plug in part there, and then just screw it in. It's a perfect spot for it. I'm going to run my Crossfire antenna, and I use the wispy ones, right? I don't use the Immortal T's, especially on aircraft like this. And I'm just going to run it along the fuse, probably towards the front here. Just stretch it out and just tape it down. Use some clear packing tape. Nothing. I'm not going to cut into it. Just going to stick it there, drop it in. Maybe a little cut right here so I can get inside of it. Drop the antenna lead in there. And then that'd be it on that one. Other flight characteristics that I noticed. It handles an invert. I was shocked. Now, then the wind grabbed that tail, right? And I almost been used to that, so this started snapping me around. But the wind wasn't so variable and strong. Ideal dust conditions, 0 to maybe 10. This thing probably, I think it's gonna fly really nice. A good fun one, right? A good fun one. So handle an invert, do some good strong acro. I'll have some footage to show, and I will get to that. Just want to make sure I'm covering everything in my brain too. That was vital. No trim. I had to use very minimal trims. So stock setup, made sure everything was 0 on my TX and the new model, right? And then I plugged this thing in, bound it, and then perfect. Everything was good to go. No hiccups. No. Of course, I'm not running a flight controller on this one. No FC in mine at all. Just to let you know, and I'll get to your chats in just a sec. No FC in this one. I did not want one. I hate so. This one's raw. But everything else. Let's see. Track here. So no trims. I also made sure when I set it up here at the bench after the live stream yesterday, when I did my first bind, I made sure control surfaces were all where they needed to be, right? I made sure everything was zeroed out, nice and centered. Right? But during flight, for Maiden, everything zeroed out, and good to go, off I went. Now in flight's a little different. He's probably a little jacked up. Still kind of hunting for exactly where it is. However, even that, to counter the negative CG, right, was minimal. Just a couple 3 ticks, 4 ticks up, I think it was, up direction, if I recall. I'd have to pull out the TX. Nothing on the roll, so that was good. The roll axis was spot on. Motors spooled up equally, so when I engaged throttle, the right one went, like a half, maybe a quarter second behind it sometimes. But every other, so it's very responsive equally, and you want that. You don't one dragging than the other, because then you're starting inducing a yaw. So, nimble. It turns pretty nimble. I don't know what to equate it to for everybody, because everybody comes from different parts of flying. So I would have to, I don't know how to, I did spin around one thing to kind of give you an idea what it looks like. But let me check the chats real quick. Thick Gorilla Tape is great for laminating wings. You gotta be kidding me. Grip tape is great. Relevance. You're just kidding with me, right? You're not serious, are you? The thick Gorilla Tape is great for laminating wings. Gotta throw some shade on you. Just tell me you're kidding. I take that as a joke from Daytona. John says, so does it has a bad lock then. It's just a weak lock. We're talking about the canopies, ribbed. His pleasure. What's up, y'all? What's up, Caroline Air Shots? There's some roommates here. Perfect tight. Yes, thank you. It's not perfect tight. Surprised there are no magnets, no catch. Yeah, I agree. Had to make 3 printed sliding locks. You did? Okay. Surprised there's no, all right, you got that. I'm keeping moving. People are coming and going. They're like, damn, Shelby. I'm like, well, damn. This is raw. Yo, quick hi, not working. Hey, what's up, Danish? Good to see you, brother, man. No working Danish. He's got his own show. Gaten, optimized drone. How far between the spar and the nose? I don't have a ruler on me, but I'm gonna guess. Yeah, if you want me to grab the ruler, I'll grab the ruler. If you want me to grab the ruler, I will let you know. Answer that, and then we'll go and do that. Otherwise, you're just gonna get. It's about that. Hello, my friends. Great to see you. Happy holidays. Enjoy the family time. Chuck from the ATL. Oh yes.
Oh yes.
What's up, Chuck? Throw some love on Chuck. And there we go, a little bromance. Hey, what's up, Sean? Let's give a little love to Sean too. See Sean over there. Looking forward to seeing some DVR. Yeah, it's coming. I'm trying. I ain't just flapping my jaw jacking here. trying to get everything out because I need to really remember. I need to be able to recall this, even if it's only for myself. Yeah, we're getting there. So I just want to make sure I'm covering everything else in my mind, and then maybe the video will help. I also do need to pull it out, start getting that shit off there, just so we can get it set up right. So you can hear it. So it really did. I'm telling you, this is the stuff to use. Rue can tell you, I've been preaching that forever. To be honest. Impressive, most impressive. Very minimal tape at that. So it was just like, it was 2 pieces of tape. One just looking down the front here. Shit, it made the glue pop off. Yeah. Well, that's why they send them to me to test. There's the canopy right here, half of it, I guess. I'm doing it that way. I'll be honest with you. If this canopy was magnetized and the clasp, it'd be really good. Be very confident with it. Just flick it in and bam, off and go. I won't have to worry about doing anything, acro-wise, that's gonna make me worry about it popping out. Well, let me grab this real quick. We'll switch over. You have any other questions about this? As I start to, it's gonna take me a minute. I gotta go over and grab my case for this thing. It's like freaking mork needs this little eggshell. Gotta throw it in there real quick, and then grab the USB and put it in here. So it's gonna take a minute. So I'm gonna step away. I know what happens when I step away. You guys are like, so come back and check the footage. If you need to take a break, I don't want to throw a timer because that's like damn putting a flashlight on roaches. They just stop and flip over and run away or whatever. So dare not do that either. So give me like 2 minutes. Let me go grab the equipment, go ahead and plug everything in. Then we're literally gonna look at this straight off my Insta via their software. And I'm not going to download everything. We're just going to get 2 perspectives. You'll get to see the raw footage, and you'll get to see also what the Insta is like on a wing, because I love it on a wing. I mean, I absolutely love it on a wing. So give me a minute. We'll get everything. We'll be right back. Charge some batteries. I guess stick around. Give an applause for that. They improved the chill music on this software. All right, give me a second. I'm sitting here with my instrument. I got it all plugged in, right? There's this little more from Orc eggshell, right? I actually do like it. I actually really love this thing. Throwing shade on me Insta. Not responding to my emails. Not too happy with that. All right, though. All right, so I'm pulling it up. Do I have to yank it first? Hold on, let me see real quick. On the date. It's got the wrong way. That's why I'm confused. Taking a quick peeky poo. Yep, there's one. All right. Let's see, there's another one. Boo. Yep, good. All right, so there's two. I thought I had more than that, so I only have two. So that's not bad. I'm gonna go ahead and pull these off real quick. Just gotta. I hate this trackpad, man. Trackpad. Go to there, or can I go straight to the? Let me see if I can go straight to Insta. Hold on. It's a lot. Okay, this isn't fucking NBC. This is Shelby. This is SBC. Come on. Oh, okay. I do have to do that. One sec. Trackpad. The other one here. I'm going to come over to your chat here in just a sec. Just have to copy these to my DM. So, first things first, when you plug it in and you turn on the software, it's going to ask you if you want to import the files. I don't want them to do it. I like to do it my own way because I'm just that way. Go over here to the chats. Close this window. Okay. What are we talking about now? You dogging on me, throwing shade on me? Shelby tape. Yes. The only one approved. Lost one. They're back. I need props. I know the film, Shelby. What's up, Herb? There he is. Your ghost. Being down, modeling down in the Caribbean. He's over in shithole Kansas City. No, I'm just kidding. Good to see you, bro. What's up, Composite? Hello, guys. Does anybody use the KO method SS motor on their aircraft? Yes. Yeah, the answer is yes, and yes, they're very good. So get those. Tell them Shelby sent you. And Shelby recommended. Get a KO. Absolutely. I love them. I think they're awesome motors. I love them on my spec. I want to get some other sizes for various aircrafts. I'd love to get one for the Nano. That'd actually be really cool. So yes. Moving right along here. Ruth says Shelby has used a few on a spec wing. Yes, there you go. Can you be on par with others in the same class? Yeah, Kill Motors is awesome. Let's see the status on these down, but I'm not quite there yet. I'm gonna get myself a little Jeopardy theme song, right? Waiting for me to do it. Looks like it's got one downloaded, all right? And then I guess while I'm doing that, I can expedite the editing process and make sure my desktop, I'm going to use and show. I'm going to show that. Still downloading. Patience. Patience, young Padawan. Patience. Okay. Got Insta ready, so I got all that happy horse shit going. So here is what I can do. All right, good. I'm ready. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right, so I'm going to move on here. So we're on to the software, and kind of been Both of them are up. So this one, I'm trying to figure out which one's which, to be honest with you. I think this is the first one. So I'm going to drop my first one in here. And I'm going to go ahead and do its thing. Shazam. Here's me. Hey, how you doing? I don't like listening to anybody's prop noise, so if you think people do, you're sadly mistaken. Either that or 21 and younger. All right, so let me go ahead and change it to what it needs to be, which is 16:9. Put the nose in there on purpose. We'll do flow stable, we'll do it off. So this is completely raw. See how windy it is. Get in here. Takes a minute to catch up. Make sure you guys are seeing it, which you are. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna go over here and close this. Put you guys up in that because I've already seen it. Goggles. Like that shaking. So this is 8 to 20 mile an hour winds. I'm trying to increase the view a little bit here. I'm having a problem with this. I think it's not cooperating. There we go. Switch over. Now better. All right, I'm looking along with you, watching what you're watching, and then I can also read your chat. See, I don't know what this means. Okay, so the winds, this is a spot that's on this property that we can go to. But anyways, we don't really fly here. Not much to do. But it was occupied everywhere else, so I really didn't have a choice. And this is the window of opportunity for me. And so I said I'd go ahead and take it. So this is what it looks like from the lens of the Insta and unstabilized. This is the first recorded flight, so I've already done some testing with acro, and yeah, okay, I can see where I'm standing, so I remember. Here we go, get to see some acro here. And that's not gonna be like it's, you know, blow your mind flight, but this is how we test. This is how I test. This is how I show products to other companies that they send me to run their aircraft. Figure why not just share it. So I'm trying to get used to wiggle waggle. I'm trying to get used to how the wind's affecting the aircraft, seeing how I can handle that slow roll with the turn. Trying to hit this little valley, get low. I think this is where I get really low. I'm like, whoa. Oh no, that was a compliment. Good to go on that. Yeah, see, it's nimble. Not bad. It's not bad. Again, to me, it feels like it really wants to cruise. You really could use it for like mapping or something to that effect. Don't really know what its true place is. So I just made this thing, but it seems to be nimble. It's got snappy rolls. Its loops are kind of big and lofty, but maybe with some more deflection, can maybe make that a little bit better without inducing stall. I try to get a little low here. See the low I could go. The wind's really racking at me, not making it fun. And then, of course, when I'm flying anything other than crossfire for my link, I get really, really scary or scared. So we're just seeing how she cruises around. And all around just testing. This is the third flight in. I think this is where I show you how tight it can go. So there you go. This is about as tight it was getting with the deflection I have in it. So the one 20 yards, 15 yards maybe. Maybe that's the radius. I'm sure you can make that tighter. This is stock. This is where they put the linkages to the clevis and all that. So I haven't even adjusted all that stuff. I want to get to where I need to go, where I want it. Things to be adjusting some things. Yeah, you see, that's where the wind grabbed my tail and starts flopping me around. Yep, it's Scraggle season. Those are trees right there. And the goggles are. I'm just looking for the tree trunks. Like, I know there's a tree around here. Yeah, one's really banging on it. Now it's going a little slower there. There we go. More of that stuff's going to affect it. Right? It seems like it can handle some freestyle. It's just different all around. It's just that big tail on the back. I'm not used to that. So again, 8 to 20. That's the speed of the wind in miles per hour. And I think I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to land. Because I know these are like 5-minute flights, but you're going to stare at a 5-minute video. But what I do want to do is show you the difference. You know, and go back here somewhere in the beginning. We just watched this, and then put this on. I think it's this. I never get it right, but it takes a minute for it to do it. Come on now. Play. That lens looks like it's dirty. Dirty or stretched. So there you go. So now you can see what, because I put it at the nose, now you can see what the camera does. For wings, it takes out a lot of shake. So now you would think like, well, damn, it flies like that in 8 and 20 mile an hour. No, it doesn't. That's not. You can see what it does. The nose wiggling around. The camera gets rid of a lot of shake, and there's no other way of getting around it. If you're trying to do videos with a wing, there just isn't. Believe me, I have fucking tried. From mastering the skill to everything. It's a decent video. Decent smooth run. Oh yeah, she flies great, man. I'm not gonna lie, she flies good. I was enjoying it. Let's put it that way. I was enjoying flying it, minus the wind. I really wish the wind was less. So I know tomorrow I'm supposed to be that way. And I'm kind of hoping today, just another hour, it might die down. I have to check the forecast. So then I can go back up and fly it. Same location, just a little bit later, you know. So there's a difference. Like the nano drag flies, but the mini drag flies good in winds like this. Or if I were to drop just regular footage of it, you'd be like, yep, I see what you mean. It does. It handles the wind better. This is a nice, nimble, small backpack. Absolutely, without a doubt. Definitely want to make sure that's clear. This is a backpack frame. This is a, like, check it out. Here. I don't even have to do that hard. I'll show you in a minute, but wait for this to play out. It literally just pulls apart so easy. Yeah, I like the video it's putting out, to be honest. Let's change the camera a little bit so we don't see the nose shaking and bucking and going all crazy. When I'm flying, and I know this camera's doing a lot of stabilization for me, it's helping me out, right? On my pro frames, like my nano drag, It's helping get rid of some of the edging. It's not flying like this, not like this craziness. It's smoothed out. However, there's still inherently going to be shaking it, right? So that aids me. And then when I'm flying it, I'm keeping that in the back of my mind. I'm like, how's it going to look in the camera? Not how's it look in my goggles. How's it going to look in the camera is when I'm doing what I'm doing. Whatever crazy maneuver or whatever crazy hole shot I'm hitting. Imagine doing a whole shot with this fucking Bronco right here. Well, it's like that in real life. You can do it. But either way, it seems to be putting out good video. I actually like what I'm seeing. I was like, oh, there's going down the road. It's good to see if Floyd. Wind makes it tough to tell exactly what the wing is doing, but looks stable enough. Yeah, if you just joined us, you missed a couple of minutes ago where I just showed the raw version, unstabilized. And I got one more video to show. We're about done with this one. I don't think I get too much more acro in this. So I'm just going to go ahead and pause this. If you don't want this, you need to just close it. Then I can go grab the second one. Drop it in. And now Floyd, you'll be able to see raw footage. Okay, we're using the Go 2. Change the aspect ratio. There you go. Yeah, there's ponds in the field now, man. I didn't expect that either. I was wanting to get on the mound, but it's surrounded by water. I was like, screw that. Okay, I believe, hold on. We're still in stabilized mode, so let's turn back to non. And go back. Why the hell it shrinks the screen? Alright. So Floyd, now you're going to get a good view of what it does. But this is 8 to 20, mind you. 8 to 20 miles per hour. Oh, and the other thing is, I need to tune it in the controller. Still at 100% and 0 expo. I need to dial down the rate, give it a little bit of expo, and then that'll smooth it out for sure. Some of it, some. Like I said, if you're gonna get this one, I might encourage you to get a flight controller. If you're not gonna do anything acro, right? If you're gonna do something like cruising and stuff, get a flight controller. Like I said, it's definitely zippy and it moves. It'll do what it wants to do, or what I needed to do, which is cruise. Nice 70 miles an hour is a nice good cruising speed to me. Pretty much wide open throttle on this thing. Try to do some. This is the last pack. Try to do some fast ones, but the battery. Oh, I remember. This is the rule your minus battery. This one finally took a shit. Bought the farm. God, when I pulled it out, it was all swollen. I was like, well, I'll ride it then. I think this is where I fly by, and I try to listen to it. Yeah, like I'm not getting a lot of thrust. Yeah, the winds are picking up. CG is off. You can tell right there. My nose keeps going up. Keeps coming up, kind of like porpoising. It's just because I'm tail heavy. I need to shift the weight forward, which is good news because that means I can put more milliamps into it if I need to. So I'm only running a 2200 3S right now, so you can easily get to a 3000 and have the Insta on the front. There's some shadow. Make sure I get you guys some of that. And this is post tape, so this is after I put the tape on and everything, and it seems to be flying okay. And I've got better video, for Christ's sake. And this is where I think I notice I'm like, I don't have any more thrust. And the battery was red full. I do a flyby to hear it. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like the end of the file. So there he goes with no stabilization. Let's go ahead and throw it back on. Do FPV. No, right? When is it? Yeah, it's FPV. Back it up. Give it a second. Yeah, from 6 to 2. My bad, bro. From 6 to 2. From 6 to 2. I'll eventually get some more 20. Yeah. Me too. The herd is very much thinning. All right, so back at it again. Same one we just watched, but now with stabilization on. Yeah, fine. Change the camera angle, take the nose out of it, which I won't do in the future. I think I'll put out some decent video. Oh, there's one where I follow the truck. Kind of, maybe. I don't know, yes. But I don't have a video. So I never have it. There you go. See, nimble, maneuverable. I think it's got some longevity. I don't. Again, like this is. I don't know how far you really want to take this thing. I don't know. I just don't know because if you get it up in altitude and see we're going to actually do mapping with it, it's going to struggle a little bit. There's small motors. Who knows? More testing to be done. That looks like a big hand. I feel very naked when I don't have freaking Crossfire running. That Crossfire on there, I just want all over this damn place, but whatever. I had the right antenna on there. I had my proper VTX antenna that I know I can get penetration and some good range. So I get very skittish when I don't have it. So from unboxing to putting it together to Maiden, literally is you have to do everything like I did. Unboxing, putting it together, and then putting all the stuff in. So a Maiden, an afternoon, a couple hours. Because, unless you already have your harness built, all that stuff. Just a couple mods, that's it. And electronic supplies, that's all you need to do. Switch it to an XT 60. Get rid of 30. There you go. See, look at all that. That's rough ground, and I'm telling no kidding, the props are totally fine, and the bottom looked really good. So, all in all, not bad at all. Not bad at all. I guess that's pretty much all I've got for today. I'm definitely going to go and try to go ahead and check the weather and see if I got anything that I can let you all know. Check the meters first. What does it say is coming? 1500 to 1. So 1500 is 10 to 20. Nope. And then tomorrow, 5. So tomorrow's ideal. So I guess not. I guess that's going to be it for today for flying. I'll take my Nano out for sure. But actually, I need to get it up tested. I'd drop a new ESC in there, and then I gotta check the spec because I did a whole new nose job on that thing. I didn't do good. It doesn't look too great. It's there. Just don't know how bad it's gonna make it fly. It's better than it was. So I went from a Nerf football to like Gonzo Muppet. That's all I can describe. So we'll see how the spec handles. And then of course, nothing wrong with Nano other than just the ESC transmission blew. So swapped out, put in a hyped up one. Tends to overheat. So I've got venting on it. We'll see what happens. I'll test that one later today. Other than that, that's all I got. That's pretty much all I wanted to do. So until next time, be nice to one another. Love y'all. Till next time, go get yourself. I'm out.